Hey, what's going on, horror fans? Good going back with another video. I got some more D's, so let's get into this. Well, first of all, I found a B called the Boneyard Collection. This one was really cool. A lot of really awesome horror celebrities on here. But of course, I got it because of the late great Forrest J. Ackerman as Dr. Acula. It's a great film. Just a really fun film. You can tell they were having a lot of fun when they're doing this. Nothing too serious. But definitely, it was a great movie, and I'm glad I got it. I'll add it to the B collection. I would say if you're a fan of, like, classic monsters and classic horror stars, definitely check the Boneyard Collection out. That one was really fun. Oh, I found a couple C's as well here. You have The Cell. I thought The Cell was a pretty damn good movie. Then we have from the Sleaze Box, Bob Glazer in Cannibal Claus. I really like this movie a lot. I watch it every year for Christmas, obviously. It's just a really good holiday watch. Pretty funny. Bob Glazer is a pretty sick, sadistic person on screen. Off screen, he's a really nice guy. But he really sells it as the Cannibal Claus. Yeah, this is a really good one. Definitely a fan of the Sleaze Box. They're not for everybody, but if you like more extreme cinema, you'll love this. Hilarious movie. Alright, getting on to some D's here. Do You Like Hitchcock by Dario Argento. I actually didn't mind this film. I know it gets kind of some shit from fans, but Dario Argento fans, but I think it was a pretty gallant effort. I didn't mind it. Good modern day giallo from the master. We have Deadwood. I'm not sure if I ever seen this one. It's not ringing a bell. I might have, but I can't really say for sure, so I'll have to rewatch it or check it out for sure. Anyway, from IFC Midnight, they always put out some amazing shit here. The Dead Room. Really fun movie. Freaky. I've checked that one out. We have Devil May Call. Tyler Mane and Tracy Lords. I actually have never seen this movie. I don't think I've ever heard anyone even talk about it. It's from Lionsgate though, so it might be good. I'll have to check that out. I like Tyler Mane from the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. And of course Tracy Lord, she's a star. Total legend. There's a movie called Delirium. There are so many movies with this title. I've actually not seen this one. But this looks pretty insane. Looks up my alley. I'll have to check that one out. Delirium. A while ago, I had a movie called The Dead, which I thought was actually one of the best modern zombie movies. This is its sequel here. The Dead 2 from the Ford brothers again. I think it's a very good sequel. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of The Dead, so yeah, this one was right up there. Really good sequel. Really good gore effects. Good story. Really feel for the characters. Definitely a sequel done right. The Dead 2. There's one called Discipline. I don't think I've ever seen this one either. A lot of these I haven't seen. Kind of getting down to my collection of movies that I just kind of got for good prices, bargain bins and stuff like that, like when video stores were going down. So I just kind of grabbed a bunch, but I haven't really watched a lot of them. So it'll keep me busy for sure. Discipline, I have no idea what that's about. This one I have seen though. Dino Wolf. Can't go wrong with Fred Olen Ray. I mean, the guy did Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. He's a fun director. Not the greatest director in the world, but his movies are pretty fun. You get some good entertainment out of them. That's all that matters. There's one called Drainiac. I've actually never seen this one. Looks pretty interesting with that cover. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. That looks cool. Looks like a creature feature. Those are always badass to watch. Here's a Zomcom called Deadheads. I've actually never seen this one either. I hear it's pretty good. All these Zomcoms kind of get compared to Shaun of the Dead and stuff like that. I do like Shaun of the Dead too. But I know it spawned so many Zomcoms. Cockneys vs. Zombies was probably my favorite. Yeah, this one looks pretty... I'll have to check this one out. This one was a treat. This one really was a good movie. It's called Dead Night. This stars the great, always beautiful Barbara Crampton from the Reanimator film. She is great in this very, very sinister role. This is from Dark Sky Films. This one I would highly recommend. It's about this woman pretty much kills her whole family. And you just gotta figure out the rest. But that's an awesome movie, Dead Night. Really definitely enjoyed this one. This one definitely was a gem, I think. Very, very good movie. Barbara Crampton's performance in it just enhances it so much. Here's another IFC Midnight. If you can tell, I'm a fan of IFC Midnight releases. I just think they put out some really good movies. This is another good one called The Damned. It's a good psychological horror film. There's many movies about Dahmer. This stars Jeremy Renner in the role of Dahmer. I think he did a pretty good job, but it's not entirely to the story. It does kind of fall off the tracks every once in a while, but very good acting, and I really like the score in this movie too. It's just really soul-shattering, really awesome score. But yeah, this is a pretty damn good movie about Wisconsin's finest. Dahmer. We have Annie Paquin. I always screw her name up. Yeah, Anna Paquin in Darkness. This one was pretty good. I enjoyed this one. Make sure you get the unrated version, of course. Pretty good scary movie moments in that. Dracula Reborn. I've never seen this. Looks interesting. A rather modern telling of the Bram Stoker Dracula, maybe. Looks interesting. And up next we have The Devil Incarnate. Never seen this one. Really cool cover though. I actually really like this cover. It's really awesome. It looks pretty insane. That's from Image, so yeah, definitely have to check this one out. But that is The Devil Incarnate. Sounds like a death metal band. Tom Savini and the Horrible Demonic. I hate this movie. This movie is so stupid. That cover makes it look like it's an amazing movie, but really it's not really that great. Tom Savini's probably in it for like... Oh, maybe he is in it longer than usual. I forgot. Yeah, that's how good the movie is. I totally forgot. I have watched this one, though. I just was not the biggest fan of it. Demonic. The Dead Outside. Good zombie movie. Enjoyed this one. I'd recommend this one. Kind of a bit of an art house feel to it, too. Different from your typical zombie films. Diary of Ellen Limbauer. This is actually the prequel to Rose Red by Stephen King. This is a really good one. I really like Rose Red as well. These are just fun movies to watch on rainy, stormy nights. Really good atmosphere. Dark Moon Rising. I don't remember if I've ever seen this one. No, I don't think I have seen this one. More of a modern werewolf movie from Uncorked. They're kind of a hit or miss company. Kind of cool cover, but that really doesn't mean shit when it comes to Uncorked, you know? This one I really liked, though. This one was really good. It's called Dead Birds. I've always thought that this movie was very underrated. I heard about it first through old Fangoria magazines. And yeah, I really always enjoyed this one. Not too many horror western, or horror set in west, like in the West, but this one was really good. And those little creatures are creepy, man. There's some really good moments in this movie. Really enjoyed this one a lot. Really good acting. Good gore. But the atmosphere with the West, that's the best redeeming quality. Excellent movie, Dead Birds. I'd highly recommend that one. Never heard anyone talk about that one. The Doom's Chapel Horror. I don't think I've ever seen this one either. One of those bargain bins. Uh-oh, Brain Damage Films. You never know. Hey, isn't that the dude from Antibodies? I like that, so maybe I'll definitely check this one out. Doom's Chapel Horror. That's a cool cover. Then we have Decoys. This is a pretty cool one. This has a sequel too. I've never seen the sequel, but the first one, the original, is pretty damn cool. Kind of a teen horror movie, but done alright. We have Dead Clowns. It is what it is, man. Dead clowns walking around. Pretty fun, though. Turn your brain off, just have some fun with zombie clowns. Kind of looks like Gacy a little bit. Yeah, this one was pretty damn cool. I enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I watched. I remember there was like a really bad storm in this movie, and all these dead clowns are coming around. Pretty cool. This was a really cool modern war type movie throwback called Death Watch. Really did enjoy this one a lot. Really amazing atmosphere in this one. This is another one that kind of fell through the cracks. I never really hear anyone talk about. But Death Watch is actually really good. Definitely enjoyed this one. It's not what you think. It's not like zombies. It's more supernatural elements mixed with the wartime. Very cool. Dorm of the Dead. This one was pretty. You know what? No, I haven't even seen this. I can't even comment. I might have watched this with a friend when we were drunk or something. Looks like one of those we would watch, but no, it's not ringing a bell. Another Brain Damage Films. Never know. Dorm of the Dead. Okay, now we're getting down to some badass movies here. This one I really enjoyed from Wild Eye, Raw, and Extreme, called Devil's Weekend. This one was fucking brutal, man. Wow. This one really surprised me as the brutality goes. As you can see by that cover, it ain't fucking around. This was a really, really brutal film. I would recommend this one to fans of extreme cinema for sure. You might have some fun with this one. But a dude trying to make a film and it turns into a snuff film just gets really crazy. Really, really crazy. But the Devil's Weekend, I barely hear anyone ever talk about this one. But from Wild Eye, Raw, and Extreme Line, Devil's Weekend, excellent. Here we have a classic here from the 90s, I believe. Oh, check in here. 97. 97, wow. What we got? The Devil's Advocate. Always such a fun watch. I remember when this movie first came out. That's how old I am. Great movie. Great performance by Al Pacino. Keanu Reeves is pretty good too. Not too bad. But Al Pacino, man, he knocks it out of the park. I'm sure everyone has seen Devil's Advocate, so they know who Al Pacino is. But man, what a great movie. Another great movie here. Slasher classic from the 90s. Dr. Giggles. Larry Drake pretty much solidified in immortality as definitely Dr. Giggles. Amazing film, I love it. I love his giggle. I can't even do it. Cracks me up though. But one of my favorite parts in this movie is where that dude thinks he's gonna score, and he comes across Larry Drake under the bed, and he's like, "I hope you have protection." That's my favorite part. Good movie. Really enjoyed it. Really should upgrade this. This is from the Twisted Terror collection. But Dr. Giggles, 90s classic. I remember when this one came out too. In fact, I used to have a poster of that. Wish I still had it. This one called Dark Remains. I think this is a very underrated film and a very, very creepy film. Highly would recommend this movie to people who like psychological, supernatural horror done right with some really creepy elements. Really good, believable acting. Really creepy score. Good sense of isolation with that cabin in the woods. Very, very creepy. I have a cabin up north that's similar, that looks exactly like the cabin in this movie. So I always watch this movie when I'm up at the cabin at night. It's kind of nostalgic, but this is a really good movie. Dark Remains. I hardly hear anybody talk about this one. And the last film that I have for this section of the D's is the one, the only, The Dead Hate the Living. Oh my god, one of my absolute favorite zombie classics, modern zombie classics. I think this is from like 1999, I believe. I remember when this one came out too. I used to have a VHS of it. Such a great movie. Such a great fun movie. I mean, if you're a fan of Full Cheese Zombie and the Romero films and just classic zombie movies, because these directors trying to make a zombie movie are all fans of those movies. So you can totally see like elements of all those films coming through in this one. And the director, Dave Park, is a huge loyal horror fan, and he loves the genre, you can tell. But The Dead Hate the Living is great. Really good gore. The acting is great. The dude that looks like Rob Zombie always stands out. The guy that plays Ebon. That guy is badass. He looks just like Rob Zombie, I always thought. But The Dead Hate the Living, I highly would recommend this one if you're fans of old school zombie films, mixed with a little bit of humor. But definitely, yeah, it's unique. I agree with Tom Savini. The Dead Hate the Living, amazing film. Loved it. All right, well, that will do it for now. I will be back with, I think, maybe the last of the D's. I believe I might be getting done with the D's very, very soon. I don't think I have too many left, and then I got some VHS I'll show. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching and subscribing. Appreciate it. Skid Gore. Gore forever.